I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and the ice cream sandwich rollout continues with the HTC EVO 3D. Let's take a look at ice cream sandwich and Sense version 3.6. Looks about the same as previous ice cream sandwich built on HTC devices, but the real excitement here is that the EVO 3D and Design 4G are the next ones in line to get ice cream sandwich. This is the EVO 3D, as you can see, running ice cream sandwich, known as Android 4.0, and it's running HTC Sense version 3.6. So we've talked about this a lot in the past. 3.6 is kind of the upgraded version of Sense for those that had older versions previously. It's not going to get Sense 4. It's not going to look like the 1S, the 1X, or the 1V, but what it does bring is a slightly revised design that's a little bit different, and then of course all of the stuff that includes in that is included in ice cream sandwich. So new fonts, kind of a new look and feel, some things like face unlock, and more. So without further ado, let's dive into it and take a look on the EVO 3D. So obviously ice cream sandwich up and running here with HTC Sense version 3.6, and immediately you can see the difference in the way things look. You can see the font differences, and actually this is a little bit of a difference from other devices running Sense 3.6 within HTC's lineup. First of all, you'll notice the notifications a little bit different. It's kind of hard to see here in the camera, but you can see that these buttons over here to the side are a little bit different, and of course you can do the traditional swipe away to get rid of those. Other things are still intact here. You get your task killer, and of course your recent applications there. And then we can go into messages and take a look again. Similar font scheme here to what we've seen on other HTC devices that already have Android 4.0. HTC's keyboard pre-installed here, but you can see again the fonts look a little bit different, and as a result the individual letters have changed as well. Menu structure, look and feel there is very similar to ice cream sandwich. The big differences in terms of design come down here, at least in Sense 3.6, are reflective over here in the notifications area and in the actual dock at the bottom of the device. So you can see here with Gmail, for example, we can bring in our own shortcuts. We can add custom folders just by moving things together, and we can change this and make it messaging. And I'll put messaging right there, and I can hit OK. And then that's my messaging folder, and I can change things as I see fit. Otherwise, the overall architecture of the menu is about the same here. Again, fonts are a little bit different, and then you'll notice that the animations aren't as widespread across Sense 3.6 as they are Sense 3 and some of the previous builds of HTC, the Sense user interface. So you can see, it does do the carousel effect, but it doesn't do that crazy carousel effect that you may remember from Sense 3 or even Sense 3.5. It's a much more toned down version of that. Like I said, applications, and we'll actually go into quick settings here so you can see what those look like. You still get the tab shortcut over to quick settings, but you'll see again a black and white kind of color scheme. The toggles look a little bit different, and then when we go into settings proper, you can see it's organized by wireless and networks, device, and then we can go to personal and system, and you can see all of that stuff down there. Search button, a little bit different here as well. Color scheme's different, and of course it brings in Android 4.0's ability to do voice to text, as you can see here. We'll go into Billy Bob, and we'll bring up connection problem. Obviously, I forgot this is Android 4.0. I'm used to Jelly Bean, which now allows for transcription offline, but if I did have a Sprint network connection and it was working relatively well, I could use ice cream sandwich's transcription features and do like what Taylor's doing right now, where he's using it as his primary driver when it comes to typing stuff out, tweets, text messages, things like that. Otherwise, like I said, face unlock, part of ice cream sandwich or Android 4.0. We can go into security, and you can see screen lock, and we'll go to PIN. Actually, it looks like it's not available. Let's see. Unfortunately, it looks like Face Unlock didn't make it over to Android 4.0 on the HTC EVO 3D, so that's a feature you were excited about. Unfortunately, it looks like it's not available in this most recent build. Otherwise, camera settings look about the same, though again, you'll notice that in menus, particularly when you're in the main area, they look just like Android 4.0 or stock Android 4.0. That is, personalization options still there, but again, you notice that the fonts look slightly different. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com, so stay tuned as ice cream sandwich rolls out to more Android devices, and even Jelly Bean rolls out to Android devices. We'll be sure to be the first to get those hands-on up and ready to you on YouTube at youtube.com/PhoneDog and on the site at PhoneDog.com as well. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. If you got the update on either this or the Design 4G, let me know what you think. PhoneDog_Aaron, Facebook, Facebook.com/PhoneDogAB. And of course, be sure to vote for your favorite phone in PhoneDog's official smartphone rankings at PhoneDog.com/rankings. Again, you'll see some application differences. We're getting the new version of Gmail and more. So all in all, it's a decent upgrade to the HTC EVO 3D. Stay tuned, much more coverage to come. And as always, we'll see you next time.